strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, or margin analysis of Villa Teresita Resort Group 7 presentation. And here are our group members.
Hi, I am Therese R. Tanatanad, and we will be talking about the process of observations to recommendations of a small enterprise and how the Villa Teresita Resort in Talisay City, Cebu can cope up with the labor shortage caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Through this study analysis, it may give possible solutions as to how they could improve in their performances in creating raving brand fans while being lucrative. So basically, here are our primary objectives. To assess how the resort would stand out amidst retrenchment, to ascertain the extent to which the investment has managed to improve the performance of the business, to establish the best practices of each employee to perform splendidly, to initiate factors that focus on creating effective and efficient strategies to operate well despite fewer employees, and lastly, to come up with the recommendations on how the resort can improve more for successful operation amidst the unprecedented situation.
Hi, I am Jeneline Alvira Hermosa, and I will be talking about the method and the problem. Basically, the method is the SWOT analysis, and with the help of the SWOT analysis, our group came up with the problem of the property, which is the Villa Teresita Resort. So the first is ensuring employees' safety, security, and health. Second is the global economic loss due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And the third is restriction of travel. Fourth is temporary closure of the tourism and hospitality establishments. Majority of the affected are hospitality establishments and employees. On its first wave of the COVID-19 pandemic, low-wage offer in the Philippines on the post-pandemic. Health requirements are neglected to some extent due to the false news. Hospitality workers were laid off to cut off costs. And lastly, some of the employees are not willing to work on-site due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
So hi, I'm Karen Lienshaw, and I will be talking about the certain discoveries and experiences in this study analysis. So after all salient findings and analysis were made, it is clear from the investigation that the pandemic is causing the tourism and hospitality industry to decline all the possible employments. And this also caused a left behind in tourism and hospitality industry, where labor shortage was the topmost effect as the industry entered the post-pandemic world, where it includes a versatility limitations of employment.
Hi, I'm Chris Everson Arcabigon. I will be talking about the recommendations that we have came up to improve upon the problem of labor shortage of Villa Teresita. First, we suggest to create a program to engage new recruits. Second, they could coordinate with organizations to train their employees. Third, they could be flexible of compensation benefits to motivate employees. Fourth, they can change their management styles to strengthen their relationships with employees. Fifth, we suggest to strategize their retention on their employees to develop competencies in recruitment. Sixth, determine what their team of people will look like at a time in the future. And lastly, they will decide to move their business towards places with abundant supply of labor. These recommendations are the actions to be done in order to solve their problem. It can help the establishment initiate an efficient strategy for successful operation that can keep them afloat despite the problem of labor shortage.
Before anything else, I'm Samantha Marie Pierre Vera, and we are almost done with our presentation. So, to summarize the ideas earlier, the main concern of Villa Teresita is the detrimental changes in the logistics of employee management due to the pandemic. So, we came up with long-term strategies focused on assembling the needed quantity and quality of employees as well as plans to sustain them. Finally, we would like to acknowledge our main sources, the Villa Teresita Management and official page for its state of affairs, the IATF for the pandemic protocols for tourism, wayph.com for the resort's particulars, and the DOT for updated regulations for local resorts. To end, we would also like to thank you, Ms. Olivar, for imparting your knowledge with us this semester, as this will be useful for our future endeavors. We wish for you to have a good day.
That would be all. Thank you and adelante.